with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan, and it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. It's all about the Western Conference. That's where the action is today as the Golden State Warriors get ready to battle. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. And for Andre Iguodala, his team will look for him to be a determining factor.
Well, Iguodala is just a scary athlete, Kevin. Even among NBA players, he stands out in that regard. Incredibly long, active, fast, quick laterally, and that's why he's so good defensively.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a terrific defender, and with his ball handling ability, he's able to penetrate and finish creatively at the rim, too.
Just 2 to shoot. Burke can't get it to go.
Boy, that was way behind the line. Now, he can make that at times.
He certainly is one of the guys that can actually do it from there. Steph Curry is virtually impossible to defend. I mean, you can hit from anywhere on the floor. In the gym range, personified with Curry. Mid-range jumpers are like layups to him. And inside, he's got the floater finger roll and the runner. You always expect his shots to go in. It's like watching a game of horse at full speed when the highest stakes are on the line.
Kicks it to Bogut. Feeds to Curry. Pulls from the top of the key. Rebound, Utah. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Burke with it. To the right side. Burks' shot is good. And Steve, shooting no doubt Curry's forte. He narrowly missed the All-Star game last season. I mean, I can't believe he didn't get elected, and he seemed to be the one glaring miss. When you watch his game, where can he improve?
I think offensively, he's got the whole package. I think it's at the other end of the floor where he can probably improve. He needs to compete a little bit more defensively. But that's tough to do when you're handling so much of the offensive load for your team. But he's got to find a little more balance, I think, between his offense and his defense.
Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
It's so tough to see a player go down with an injury like this.
Yeah, it really is, Steve. It's just one of those things, though. You've seen it happen before as well. And you can tell whatever it is painful for him.
Here's Douglas after Enes Kanter's basket. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Iguodala dishes to Bogut, stolen by Kanter. And oh, here we go. Burke's got it. A fast break chance. Offensive rebound. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
No, you take a look back to last year, guys. This is a club that converted about 76% of its free throws.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Kind of a little interesting factoid here for Gordon Hayward. If you look at his three-point percentage, he's shot great in seasons that end in odd numbers and poorly in the even-numbered years. That goes all the way back to his days at Butler.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And Clark, as I look at the stat sheet, you know, you're exactly right. Hayward in 2013, 2011, and 2009, he shot over 40% from 3, but in 2010, he shot, Steve, 29%. In 2012, just 35% from long range.
Is that what you do, like when you're at home and you have some free time? You look at odd-numbered years versus even-numbered years on three-point percentage?
Yes.
Yeah, that must be fun.
I'm all over.
Gosh.
Yeah, right. And stolen by Burke. Lee gets the rebound.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Now we're going to get a chance to check in with Doris Burke, who had a talk moments ago with head coach Ty Corbin. Doris?
He talked about the impact of opposing big man Andrew Bogut, saying there just aren't that many 7-footers with his kind of game. A great interior defender first and foremost. We can't get tunnel vision when we attack the rim. He's got size and strength, and we can't allow him to bully us for offensive rebounds. rebounds. Let's see if they can keep Bogut from having a big game, guys.
And thank you, Doris.
He's getting his hands dirty right away by doing some battling on the boards.
The Warriors have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Thompson outside. Shot off the screen. That's good with a Douglas assist.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
Now Burke. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Clock at 6. That's blocked.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
Moment here now for an injury report. For an update on Stephen Curry's injury, let's go to Doris Burke.
Kevin, the Warriors head athletic trainer gave me an update. Not what we wanted to hear, guys. It sounds like it's a very serious injury. A return in this one is out of the question, and he could be on the shelf for a long time.
All right, Doris, really appreciate you finding out how he's doing.
Yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed and hope he's back out on the court soon.
Rehabbing is a tough process, Steve, and with any luck for him, it'll be a short one.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Now here's Douglas. He's guarded by Burke. Douglas kicks to Thompson. Shot on the wing. And that one goes long.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
Burke, the pass to Cannon. Nice D from Bogut.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
Now, here's Thompson. 6 points for him. And he lobs it up, and it's Iguodala at the jam.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Jazz trail by 3. Now, here's Burke. He kicks it to Burks. Inside to Favors. Shot is off. And Golden State will come the other way. Passes it to Iguodala. And it's blocked by Hayward, but they'll get another chance. And the shot is good. Thompson's got 8 points.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
Well, they've really kind of struggled offensively here, so I think this timeout is for him to really draw something up, maybe get an easy 2 and get their confidence back.
You know, sometimes an easy basket out of a break is just what you need to get things back on track, and coaches always have plays specifically for that situation, coming out of timeouts for an opportunity to get a bucket.
Now, here's Burke. Beadrench inside. The dish to Williams. Here's Burke. No good on the 3.
No, it looks like it's in his head right now. It looks tight. He's not producing, and his team's struggling as well.
The basket counts, and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
And right from the start, guys, it's apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up. Well, you know, it's interesting, guys. Klay Thompson, as we all know, is a deadly outside shooter. But I think early in his NBA career, he struggled a bit with his touch around the rim. So it's nice to see as last season wore on, he started to find that touch around the glass and finish against bigger guys, which is much needed at the 2-guard position.
Here's Douglas after the made shot from Burke. Barnes with it. Williams picks him up. Barnes can't get it to go.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him. But the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Now, here's Burke. Defense right on him. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more. That'll put Trey Burke on the line. That one on Thompson. Spates checked in for the Jazz. Rellon Clark going back to Klay Thompson. He wants to be a complete player. His dad certainly was. And, Steve, he's just not a shooting specialist.
No, he's got the size and ball handling ability to really attack off the dribble. And he's also become an excellent defender, too. Greg Popovich talked about it during their playoff series a year ago. Thompson really did a nice job at that end of the floor.
Azili gets the bucket.
A team's rebounding is one of the great measures of its energy, and theirs has been terrific in the first quarter.
Yep, they were ready to go right from the opening tip.
Now here's Burke. He has 7. 11 feet away. Shot is off. Some solid D from Douglas.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costing him.
It's Thompson off the drive, and that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
The Jazz making a switch here. Lucas is checked in. Thompson inside the line. Again, the miss by Thompson.
Looked like an easy 2 points right there.
You know he's kicking himself for that miss.
Lucas dishes to Evans. The feed to Biedrins. Williams kicks to Evans. That's good.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
Now here's Douglas. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
Williams, a screen on Douglas. Barnes against Williams. Tries from 7. Tries again. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Warriors leading by 3. And here's Douglas. Thompson right side. Pass to Barnes. 4 on the clock. That's a 2 from Douglas. Connects, the jumper drops. Douglas has got his first points in this one.
A little lucky, frankly, but they did get it to go.
Here is Lucas. Lucas off a pick from Biedrins. Lucas kicks to Rush, takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Now, here's Thompson. He's got 11.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Lucas with it. Picked up by Thompson. Lucas the pass to Biedrins. It's 2-on-1. Rejected by Rush. And that one's good. Barnes. Here is Lucas. 1:37 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Biedrins. Over to the wing. Rush dishes to Lucas. Again, the Jazz score.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If the shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Utah calls timeout.
And I think he believes that if he takes some time here to kind of talk things over, it'll be well served for this club.
And, maybe this gives him an opportunity to toy around with some of their game plan while he has their attention during this break in the action.
There's 1:17 left to play in the first quarter. There's the 3. And that one's good. Lucas has got 5.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Douglas kicks to Ezeli. That's good with a Douglas assist.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Jazz trail by 4. 43 seconds left in the first. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here.
15 seconds on the shot. 15.
Deep 2 from Rush. And there's another one for the Jazz.
I don't know how they're going to keep this pace up. Both teams on fire here early.
And playing the game on rollerblades, too.
Now, here's Thompson. Covered by Rush. Douglas, the pass to Spates. Good. Spates has got his second basket of the game.
How about the delivery in the lane? Just perfectly done.
Lucas against Douglas. Now here's Lucas. Defense is right there. The shot no good. And here's Thompson. 1 second left. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Warriors ahead. Up. The second quarter beginning in just a moment. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
And you could see early on, guys, they were going to go inside and try to establish their offense in the paint area. That's exactly what they've done.
And I think that's exactly where they should continue to attack moving forward, Steve.
Barnes and Lee are the 3 and 4. Iguodala out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Bogut in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the Warriors 5. Now here's Burks. 6 on the shot clock, and Derek Favors with the slam.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
That was one of those 3 or 4 plays that you see every night in an NBA game that just leaves you in awe.
Burke, he's checked in for John Lucas. The Jazz have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. And that one falls for Favors.
For the Jazz last season, it really became an issue about the log jam inside. They had 2 established starters in Jefferson and Millsap and 2 young up-and-comers in Cantor and Favors, and there was an expectation that somebody would be moved, but the trading deadline passed and they were all still there.
Burks with the steal. Fast break, here come the Jazz. Burks leading the charge. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Gentlemen, it's no secret that the Bay Area loves its basketball. It was made abundantly clear during last year's playoff run, says Steph Curry, saying, quote, "We made it to the conference semifinals and they gave me a key to the city." The key to the city for the semis. If we'd won a title, they'd have put a statue of Coach Jackson on top of the bridge. That statue might not be too far off the way they are collecting talent, Kev.
You can tell they've made a big impression. Thanks, Doris. Here's Thompson. Well, you would have thought that the Jazz would have made a deal one way or another, but it was hard for them as they were in the thick of a playoff race at the time, Steve, sort of tied their hands.
Well, if they weren't in that race, I think they might have sent 1 or 2 of those guys out to try to get some more assets for the future. As it was, they ended up losing Millsap and Al Jefferson, so it's incumbent on the young talent in that front court to now develop and really take over.
Iguodala with the block.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass.
That's his second personal foul. If he gets another, it probably puts him on the bench for the rest of the first half.
Knocked away. Barnes with it. The drive by Iguodala. Good.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Dishes to Burke. He feeds it to Favors. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
10 seconds on the shot.
Warriors leading by 5. Iguodala outside. Out to the right wing. Bogut sets a screen for Iguodala. Thompson inside the line. Favors with the rebound.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Thompson for the triple, and that one's good. Thompson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Warriors.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Favors dishes to Hayward. And Favors kicks to Cantor. Nice ball movement by Utah. 5 on the clock. Here's Burke. Banked in off the glass. Burke's got 9 points.
You know, size-wise, this is not a great one-on-one matchup for him, but he got that shot to go.
But you wouldn't know it by how he finished. That's a nice hoop there.
Now, here's Thompson. 14 points for him. The pass to Barnes. Iguodala outside. No good. So Utah will take it the other way.
Well, Iguodala moved on from the 76ers to the Nuggets last year, now signs a free agent contract with the Warriors. It looks to be a really good fit. I mean, all that shooting around him, it just looks... Oh! Ridiculous!
Tore it down that time. Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Kicks it to Burke. Stolen by Thompson. He dishes it to Barnes. Feeds to Lee. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Jazz trail by 8. Burks the pass.
Oh, look out!
The rim is shaken.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, now's when they need a little spark anyway.
Iguodala dishes to Thompson. Picked by Lee. And here's Barnes for 3. The rebound by the Jazz. Favors has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Burke kicks to Favors. Now Burke, he's got 9. Pass to Burks. Inside to Favors. Hit his foot. And it's being called a kickball. Marvin Williams is checked in for Utah. So it's the Jazz now. 6-point game. Here's Burke. Good defense by Iguodala.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence defensively inside.
Out to the right wing. Thompson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Now, Klay Thompson making NBA money. I'll tell you what, he learned from his father, Michael Thompson, who played a long time in the NBA. And his dad taught him, hey, you better live on a monthly stipend. You got to save your money, son. So good advice from Pops.
And he makes the first. And you know, to go back, there's the cliche of the athlete who doesn't save for retirement. It's got to be a good thing for Klay Thompson to have that restraint, I would think.
And what I like, Kevin, the focus for him is on basketball and getting better. No entourage, no shopping sprees. Everything is pretty low-key and close to the vest. I mean, he's a gym rat, wants to be a great player, not interested in glamour and celebrity. He wants the ball.
I like the fact he lives on a tight budget, and you know, as Steve was talking about, he's got some pretty good genes, pretty good bloodlines too.
DNA isn't bad at all with Michael being the dad. He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
Burke with it, working on Thompson, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
Trey Burke, the National College Player of the Year at Michigan last season. He led the Wolverines in points, assists, steals, and blocks even. And, of course, led them all the way to the NCAA championship game. He's basically a winner. That's what he is.
That free throw good from Burke. And Burke declaring for the draft, Clark, after his sophomore season in Michigan.
Yeah, he was driven to be an outstanding player coming out of high school. A little under the radar as a high school player, but had a laser focus on developing and maximizing his ability. Spent 5 to 6 hours a day in the gym over the summers, and you've seen the fruit of that work.
Both free throws good from Burke.
And for the Warriors, unusual for a playoff team to be giving minutes to 3 or even 4 rookies, but that was the case last season. Barnes, Ezeli, Green, they brought in a rookie group with maturity that had done a good job of preparing themselves at the collegiate level, and all of them produced.
Jazz trail by 8. On the wing, Williams. Iguodala with the steal. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got 7 points for the quarter.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Plays like that are telling the story of this game for me so far, Clark. They cannot afford to hand over any more easy points like that.
And the Jazz call time here. And for the Warriors rookies last season, Steve, they got an early start. They were in the team gym from the earliest days after the draft.
Well, this is a club that has great chemistry. Some of that has to do with Mark Jackson. A lot of it has to do with just the quality of people that they've put on that roster. But it's an exciting young team with a good coach and a great crowd. I think the Warriors have a very bright future.
Here's Burke, and blocked.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
And they've got some strong guys, Steve, guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
Jazz trail by 12. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the jam by Jeremy Evans.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
All of the above.
Thompson outside, jacks up a 3, and he gets it to go. Thompson's got 10 points in the quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Here's Burke. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Now here's Iguodala. He's got 6. He kicks it to Thompson. The 3. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Thompson's got 24.
You know, offensively, he's just one of those guys that needs a touch of space to get his shot up. That's all. And if he runs his man off a screen or somehow finds an opening, that's it. He's going to let that thing go.
And another specialty of his is the 3 ball from the corner. That's his signature shot. Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Thanks, guys. Stephen Curry is the son of famed sharpshooter Del Curry. And in Steph's sophomore year in high school, his dad made him change his shooting motion from his chest to above his head to make it harder to block. Of this change, Steph said, I really couldn't shoot outside the paint for like the first 3 weeks. All summer when I was at camps, people were like, who are you? Why are you playing basketball? I was really that bad for a month and a half before I finally figured it out. And guys, as fast as he gets that thing off, he could probably shoot it from his ankles.
Yeah, he can do it all. Thanks, Doris.
His confidence really at an all-time high.
Clock at 6. And he gets the bucket. That's now 8 points for Iguodala.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Thompson against Lucas. It's Williams with the drive. Evans. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
I'll tell you what, you got to love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it feels like it's either a dunk or a foul and a couple of free throws every possession.
Speights the pass to Iguodala. The dish to Barnes. And Thompson kicks to Speights. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Maurice Speights swapped teams once again last year. This time joining Cleveland. Now he finds his way to Golden State. Speights very talented, but you wonder if he's ever really going to find his niche with one team for more than a year or two.
And he knocks down the first one. And Speights, primarily, Clark, a pick-and-pop big man.
Yeah, I like his nice soft touch, Kevin. It's really solid in the mid-range area. He's a pretty decent rebounder as well. I think he's a very productive backup and young enough to where he's still got some room to grow.
And both free throws good for Speights.
How about the job they're doing drawing contact and giving themselves opportunities for free points at the line?
My kind of basketball, Steve. No frills, straight ahead, physical play.
Lucas inside. It's up against Thompson. 6 to shoot. Williams kicks to Lucas. Good. And the nice assist for Williams. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. Warriors leading by 13. And there's the feed to Speights. Stolen by Evans. And now in transition is Lucas. Here we go. Pass to Williams. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
Iguodala outside. Pass to Thompson. Goes up from the top of the key. No good. And it's Utah the other way. Lucas kicks to Rush. Misses the 3. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Thompson off the pick from Speights. Dishes to Iguodala. In low to Speights. The shot from the low post is good. Speights has got 8 points. There's 1:47 left to play in the first half. The pass to Williams for the 3, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
16 seconds.
There's 1:40 left here in the second. Rush gets the bucket.
Brandon Rush.
Warriors leading by 10. And here is Iguodala. 8 points for him. Thompson left side. He feeds it to Barnes. Wants to get it to Speights and does. Kicks to Iguodala. Clock at 4. 1:10 left to play here in the second quarter. Nice D from Rush. Lets it go. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Barnes with it. Williams picks him up. Shot from the top of the key. He squares up and sinks it. 6 points for Barnes. Jazz trail by 12. Here is Lucas. He has 7. Williams, that's a 2-pointer. Will not go. This is off the front iron. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Thompson against Lucas. Thompson outside. Thompson right side. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And Utah making a change here. Nine seconds left to play here in the half. Lucas kicks to Cantor. And he uses the glass on the layup. Cantor's got 6.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividend.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
That'll do it for the first half. Warriors lead by 10. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor tonight?
Communication. Communication doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but in order for us to be a good team, everyone has to be on the same page, and we're doing it tonight.
Andre, thank you. Kevin, one of those intangibles you always look to.
All right, Doris, thank you. And folks, stay right where you are for the halftime show. Then we'll be back for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
I'm Damon Bruce. Thanks for joining us on the Halftime Show. The Warriors are on a tear right now. Their work on the offensive boards, a big factor. Great effort out there. Klay Thompson has been tremendous in the first half. He's up to 24 points. As you might expect, he's been a huge factor from outside. And the Jazz still keeping at it. Nice ball movement offensively, making the extra pass, and it's paying off. Trey Burke giving them a nice boost. He has 11 points. He's been dynamic on both ends of the court, finding teammates, playing tough D on the other end. And that will be all for us. Thanks for stopping in. We'll see you next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back to beautiful San Francisco, the Bay Area, and a view of the Bay Bridge.
Some excellent numbers in this one for Thompson. He's got 24 points, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
They sure have, and clearly he's gotten in their heads because of it, Clark. You guys are looking over their shoulder now, always worrying about where he is.
So on the floor for Utah. Pairing up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. Favors plays the 4 with Cantor at the 5. And it's Hayward in at the small forward. Here's Cantor. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Cantor's got the first field goal of the second half for the Jazz.
Well, the Warriors going to the playoffs last season for just the second time in 19 seasons, guys. Pretty incredible and remarkable, too. But it seems, as Mark Jackson said, that things be a-changing in the Bay Area, and for the better.
They'd love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible, and on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D, and I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
Burke with it. He's picked up by Lee. Burke dishes to Hayward. Feeds to Burke. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. And for the Warriors, a scrappy, hard-fought win over the Denver Nuggets in 6 games. They also, Steve, gave the Spurs a lot of trouble in the second round.
They sure did. That series might have turned out a lot different if they hadn't collapsed in game 1. But the Warriors showed tremendous resilience in bouncing back and really making that series so competitive.
And the Warriors making a change here. Bazemore is checked in. Warriors leading by 4. first minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. That's good. Jazz have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Looking to get back on track here. And good. A nice layup that time from Burke. Burke's got 13 points.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Lee sets a screen for Iguodala. He dishes it to Lee. And there's Bogut. That's good on the assist by Lee. 6 points for Andrew Bogut.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. More of the same. Get it inside.
To the inside. Here's Cantor. And Utah again with the bucket.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
Here's Bazemore, defended by Burke. Bazemore passes to Thompson. Favors with the rebound. Favors got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Burke gets the screen from Cantor. And Thompson sends it back. Bogut sends a screen for Iguodala. Thompson inside the line. That falls. Nice speed that time from Andre Iguodala. Thompson's got 26. Jazz trail by 6. Utah calls timeout.
You know, Iguodala seemed to be a 20-point per game kind of a player last season, another season where his scoring was helpful, but not where you thought it might be for a star player. But his game is not predicated on scoring. It's his all-around versatility that makes him star level.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Mark Jackson said to his club. It's their lack of points in transition that has him mainly concerned. They need to be pushing it, he said, creating more opportunities for easy points in the fast break. He was no less emphatic with the second point he made, which was to close out on those perimeter shooters and prevent them from doing too much damage from long range. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. And for Iguodala last season, under 13 points a game.
But, Kevin, if you're just looking at the offensive numbers, you're kind of missing the point with Iguodala. He's a defensive-minded player. He can score, particularly in transition, but it's his defense, it's his rebounding, it's what he brings to the total game that sets him apart.
Jazz trail by 4. Burks kicks to Burke. Jazz passing it around. Favors dishes to Burke. Stolen by Thompson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Well, they're taking high percentage shots in the paint. I like the way their offense is clicking.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
That free throw good from Thompson.
Guys, there were a lot of questions about what went wrong for Utah last year as they saw themselves slip from a middle-of-the-pack playoff team to being on the outside looking in at the playoffs. One reason was their play on the road.
Andres Biedrins, who's checked in for Enes Kanter. He hits both from the stripe. As you said with the Jazz last year, getting wins on the road a big problem for them, and they just couldn't keep up in that category. You know, Steve, with other teams vying for a playoff spot.
Yeah, they finished 13-28 on the road, and that was what kept them out of the postseason. They just have to improve in that regard this year if they're going to get into the playoffs. You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. He gave him a wide open look there.
Now here's Iguodala, guarded by Burke, fades back. Iguodala with the bucket. Iguodala's got 10 points in the game. Now here's Burke. He's covered by Iguodala. Biedrins with it. Shot clock at 6. From inside, and that one goes long.
Good percentage shot, though. That's one they'll take any day of the week.
Iguodala kicks to Barnes. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Now it's a 7-point Warrior lead. Now here's Burke. D right on him. That one goes. Counted. Burke's got 7 now in this quarter.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
Warriors leading by 5. Thompson outside. Jacks up a 3. They grab their own miss. Lee passes to Iguodala. Passes it to Ezeli. Again, Golden State.
Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
Jazz trail by 7. Burke dishes to Biedrich. To the middle. Blocked. But they'll get another chance. Lee with the steal. Inside, here's Barnes. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
Hayward off the pick from Biedrich. Here is Hayward, covered by Barnes, and the basket by Biedrich.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Tyrone Corbin was going over with his team. He talked about their postgame, saying, we've got this defense stretched out, and if we can make solid entry passes into the low block, the points will come. The other point he made was about defensive rebounding. He wants his guys to crash the glass and go after every rebound. He doesn't want to give up any second chance opportunities. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Lucas is checked in for Utah. Thompson inside the line. And that one hits back iron.
Boy, he has been struggling mightily in this quarter, guys.
True. He really seems to have tightened up a bit for whatever reason. He looks tight.
Burks kicks to Lucas. Evans passes to Lucas. The dish to Burks. The Warriors pull it in. Speights has got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Boy, it was an impressive turnaround for Mark Jackson and the Warriors last season. I mean, his promise of making the playoffs didn't come together in his first season at the Controls, but in year 2, they got it done. And I tell you what, most thought Mark would be a really outstanding coach, and he's well on his way to making that a reality.
The Warriors have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
Well, this is a good free throw shooting team a year ago. They hit about 79% of their free throws as a unit.
You know, Kevin, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
That free throw missing. And for Mark Jackson, there had been some questions. He had never spent time as a coach, even as an assistant, and he just finished signing an extension through the 2014-15 season. I guess the question was, Steve, would he be able to take over the reins as a head coach?
Well, the biggest thing you want to do as an NBA coach is have your players buy into what you're selling, and Mark Jackson's been able to do that. His players believe in him. He motivates them. They like playing for him, and that's most of the battle right there.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Festus Ezeli taken with the final pick of the first round in 2012, and he's a raw, athletic 6'11" big man out of Nigeria by way of Vanderbilt University. Boy, I tell you what, I love his size. It's now all about improving his skill level, and with his work ethic, I think it's just a matter of time before that happens.
Lucas against Thompson. He kicks it to Iguodala. It's good from long range. Iguodala's got 13. Jazz trail by 8. And Steve Ferrazzi, a good offensive rebounder, a capable defender, but offensively not much help.
Well, he can get better, no question. He just needs to be able to catch and finish off those pick-and-roll plays. He's never going to be a great shooter, but defensively and on the glass, that's where he really makes an impact.
Iguodala outside, and there's the feed to Thompson. Thompson off the pick from space, and here's Barnes for 3. Shot is off, and it's Utah the other way. And now Utah, fast break. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Lucas.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Spades with a screen on Lucas. Thompson in the post, defended by Lucas. Thompson misses.
Rebounds are split just about down the middle in this game, Clark.
I'd venture to guess whichever team is able to maintain that energy level on the glass will have the upper hand the rest of the way. You know, Burks is a shooting guard by trade, but last season, guys, he showed that he could handle the ball and run a team in a pinch. Not something you'd want him doing all the time, but it's nice to have that as a plan B or C if you need it.
Free throw good, Burks. And Burks very quick and very athletic, even standing 6'6". He's able to stay with most point guards defensively.
Yeah, a bit of a late bloomer physically going into college at Colorado, but excellent athleticism. And I love the defensive versatility that he provides to their team.
And Utah making a change here. Cantor's checked in. And Burks hits 2 free throws.
While never a lock for the playoffs, the Jazz were in the driver's seat for a playoff spot up until the All-Star break last season. However, after the second half kicked up again, they just couldn't beat the teams they needed to and lost a lot of ground, letting the Lakers back in the hunt.
No good from Bogut. Utah trailing here. Here's Lucas. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Bogut sets a screen for Iguodala. Thompson against Lucas. Thompson dishes to Iguodala. Spades off the pick from Iguodala. Spades kicks to Thompson. And again, no good by Golden State. Of course, the Lakers would eventually pass them up during the final days to snag a playoff spot, but Steve, as you said, it was just a poor run of games for the Jazz right after the All-Star break that did them in.
Well, it would have been nice for this young core to gain some valuable playoff experience, but they did pick up a couple of first-round draft picks. They continue to add talent to this deep roster, and I would think it's just a matter of time before they're back in the playoffs again.
Pass to Barnes. Shot to stop the drought, and the shot is good. Barnes has got 13 points.
Well, this quarter has gone awfully well for him. It seems like every chance he's gotten, he's pretty much converted.
Lucas off a pick from Cantor. Here's Burks. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Thompson passes to Iguodala. Dishes it to Speights. Out to Thompson. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Lucas. And oh, here we go. Burks got it. A fast break chance.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
Barnes. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Lucas dishes to Cantor. Lucas off a pick from Cantor. Here's Burks. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Burks has got 10 points here in the second half.
And they can guarantee this is the last possession of the quarter if they hang on to it.
And that's probably what they're going to do here.
Now Lucas. for the lead. Offline. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Warriors ahead, leading by just 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. We're at the Warriors leading. On the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. It's Lee and Bogut inside, and it's Douglas in at the point guard position. That's the Warriors 5.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
I agree, Clark. They need stops, and they can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are really high percentage looks.
Shooting 1.
And Iguodala, no good on that one.
Tony Douglas, I thought, had a nice bounce-back season a year ago. Always a tough defender, guys, and got his shot to start falling again, which had been AWOL for a bit.
Williams with the ball, and it's Iguodala picking him up. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Bogut. Thompson against Favors. Bogut kicks to Douglas. Back to Bogut. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And Douglas out of Florida State, more of a combo guard.
Yeah, he's not a pure point or an elite scorer, but he is good defensively. You know he's going to get that from Florida State. And I like his aggressive mentality at that end of the floor. And what you like with Trey Burke, he really can do it all at the point guard position. Pass, shoot, he's very poised, under control, and a good leader as well.
That free throw good from Burke. And back to Burke at 6'1", not elite size or great athleticism, Clark, for the point guard position, some say.
But he makes up for that lack of size and athleticism with smarts and a desire to get better and a really excellent shooting stroke. So I think when you look at Burke, he's a guy that's going to continue to get better.
Both free throws good from Burke.
You know, the Warriors made big strides last year, and part of it was a retooling of the team, but they also got a lot of help from the group of rookies that they had, and a number of those rookies played prominent roles down the stretch and in the playoffs.
Douglas kicks to Iguodala. Out to Thompson. Shot clock at 5. Fades back. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Well, Clark, as you said, the Warriors did lean on their rookies as the season went on. 4 of them in all, with 3 coming in the draft and 1 walking on the roster. Big help, Steve, from them in the opening round of the playoffs.
Yeah, pretty remarkable that a team could do that well in the postseason, relying on so many rookies, but it speaks to their maturity, their character, the group they've put together, and it's very promising in terms of their long-term success.
Iguodala, the pass to Douglas. The tray. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Ezeli's checked in for Andrew Bogut.
Substitution for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli.
We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Utah trailing here. Hayward dishes to Burke to take the lead. Count that one. Burke's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Gotta love this team's grit. After trailing early, they have fought all their way back here.
You know, they could have gotten down on themselves when they were down earlier, but I like the fact they never gave up, guys.
Thompson in the post, defended by Hayward, and he gets it to go. And the Warriors lead by 1. There is just no way, Clark, to tell who is going to pull this one out.
You know what, Kevin? I think looking at this game, it may very well come down to one crucial key play.
Yeah, 6 lead changes so far. So which team can come up with that big play you're talking about, Clark? That's going to be interesting.
And he gets it to go.
Boy, you don't expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Pass to Lee. Lee, a screen on Williams, kicks it to Douglas. There's the pass to Lee. Douglas dishes to Thompson. Misses the 3.
Remember, he was hot early, 3 3-pointers in the first half, but he may have to start putting the ball on the floor. His shot's not working here in the second.
Hayward kicks to Favors. The kick out to Williams. Burke with it. It's up against Thompson. From 11 feet away. And another. Once again, shot good from Burke. Burke's got 8 points in the quarter.
You know, tired legs can affect you at the defensive end, and I think that's what's happening right here.
I agree, because as much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
The drive by Iguodala to the middle and stolen by Burke. That's good. Now it's a 5-point Jazz lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Jazz.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And they've really done a nice job on the glass, too. A lot of second chance points here tonight.
On offense, here are the Jazz. It's a 12-2 run here, good pace. He feeds it to Cantor. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
The Jazz making a switch here. Burks is checked in. Jazz leading by 5. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
And shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
Yeah, this is like a clinic out there, guys. This is exactly how you attack a defense. Move the ball, sharp cuts, and really a nice pace to their offense. And that's 10 straight points in the paint. I mean, defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low.
Douglas, the pass to Lee. The 11-footer, and that one's good.
Hey, that's just too weak on the coverage. Heading down the stretch, that sort of defensive lapse can cost you the game.
Feeds to Favors. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
You know, every time I watch him play, I'm looking for some big defensive plays. We've seen him simply control a game with that shot-blocking intimidation factor.
Steve, you're exactly right. I mean, because if he blocks a few shots early on, he gets in the opponent's heads. Guys are hesitant to come inside. They always find themselves looking for those long arms of his.
And that one misses. That one misses.
You know, it's very rare that you're going to be able to make the playoffs in the West without coming out with a winning record against the rest of the conference. And the Warriors knew that would be important in their quest for the playoffs, and they handled business against the West.
Hayward dishes to Favors. Work kicks to Favors. Lets a floater go, and that one's good. Burke. Burke's got the lead up to 7 now for the Jazz.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Well, and for the Warriors who fought so hard to get back into the playoffs, last year their 28-24 record against the rest of the West really helped their cause, Steve.
Well, the toughest part of the Warriors' last campaign was a rough stretch of games in February where they dropped off a bit in the race. And a lot of those games were against Western teams. And if you kind of remove that month, their in-conference record is even more impressive.
Bogut kicks to Douglas. Looking for Lee. Gets it there. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Clock at 4. It's Iguodala with the drive. Good on the shot. Iguodala's got 9 points here in the second half. Utah leading by 5. Passes to Burks. Now here's Cantor. To the middle. Hayward passes to Cantor. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
Bogut dishes to Douglas. And Thompson kicks to Iguodala. Connects from three-point range. Iguodala's got 7 points here in this quarter.
That's 3 or 4 from the field for him now, guys. And he's really been a big part of the scoring here in the fourth.
Burke, the pass to Cantor. He dishes it to Hayward. Right block shot, and there's another one for the Jazz. And the Warriors with possession here. Timeout called the Warriors. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push.
And refocus, Kevin. You got to take care of your body, and I think we ought to drink some Gatorade here too. I thought I noticed some slip-ups here the last couple minutes from your end on the play-by-play.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Mark Jackson had some words for his team over that break. They're getting outshot from the perimeter. He told them, we've got to close out faster on the outside shooters. These threes are killing us. Kevin, can they tighten their D?
Thank you, Doris. And he gets the bucket.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
Douglas dishes to Lee. That's good.
I'll tell you what, the first half may have been a little slow, but both clubs really picking up the intensity here in the second.
I'll say that's for sure. I mean, things have really ramped up here.
Burks kicks to Burke. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Burke's got 32 points.
Look at the points in the paint, the inside game. It's been very one-sided here for a while now.
Well, the defense just hasn't been physical enough at the rim. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have come from the paint.
Here's Bogut. Lee trying to get open. No good from Bogut.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I mean, they're fighting for every loose ball, putting a body on somebody and going after the rim.
Good.
Defense pretty much helpless there, stopping that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
Now here's Douglas. He's guarded by Burke, and it's Lee penetrating. Shoots from 8. Uses the glass to drop it in. Lee's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And he's been exactly what they needed here in the fourth.
Well, he looks like a dangerous man. I mean, he's made all 4 of his shots this quarter so far.
And the Jazz call time here. Here's Burks. That's good. Burks has got the lead up to 8 now for the Jazz.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Here's Lee, and Favors with the block. Hayward passes to Burke. There's a minute 47 left here in the fourth quarter. Iguodala kicks to Lee, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
That's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively, ready to react and make a play.
Stolen by Thompson. Here's Iguodala, and another basket for Golden State.
Tell you what, this is one area where they really thrived here today, the transition game.
Yeah, and I think they need to look for even more of those quick-hitting opportunities.
Utah calls timeout. They're in front by 4. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter of this one. The dish to Burks. He kicks it to Burke. And there's the feed to Burks. Pass to Burke. And it's blocked by Douglas. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Dishes to Iguodala. Lee sets a screen for Iguodala. Douglas for 3. Yes! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Oh, that is a massive shot.
You know it is. He's stepping right into the spotlight.
Now here's Burke, defended by Douglas. Doubled by Douglas. Favors dishes to Burke, 6 feet out. Pass to Favors. Lee with the steal. 7-second difference, shot and game clock.
Wow, huge shot. Listen to this crowd.
It sounds like a rock concert in here.
Well, they've been waiting to explode all game, and they finally got a reason to do so.
Utah calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. There's 25 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Burke. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Hooked away. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here is Hayward. He's covered by Iguodala.
Well, they had a foul to give, but they couldn't get it done before that shot attempt.
Yeah, and giving up free throws isn't ideal here, Steve. You know that, but at least they've got the clock stopped.
Misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And the second of 2 is good. That ties the game up.
Missing the line might stick in his claw for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
Timeout called the Warriors. Seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Thompson outside. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After 4 quarters, a stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams and these few minutes of basketball pan out. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, on the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. It's Lee and Bogut inside, and it's Douglas in at the point guard. Burke kicks to Cantor. The pass to Burks. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Thompson.
Burks has been putting up the numbers. He has 18 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now, his outside stroke has looked really good today.
And he makes the first.
You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team.
And Burks hits 2 free throws. Golden State's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Douglas, the pass to Bogut. That's good. And the Warriors lead by 2.
A good job of spotting his teammate near the basket and zipping the pass right in there.
The Jazz shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Burke kicks to Burks. Down low. And there's Burke. That's good on the assist by Burks. Burke's got it all tied up now for the Jazz. The Warriors shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Now here's Douglas. He's guarded by Burke. Thompson off the pick from Lee. And Klay Thompson again. Thompson's got 32 points.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Shot from 6. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. The Warriors have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop so far in overtime. Douglas dishes to Thompson. The offensive rebound, Bogut. Excellent D there from Favors. Utah with the ball. Here's Burks. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Here's the Warriors with the ball. Thompson off the pick from Bogut. It's Thompson off the drive. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. The Jazz have gone 2 of 3 from the floor as we've gotten this overtime period underway. Now here's Burke. Defense right on him. Burks the pass to Cannon. It's stolen by Bogut, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
We're in overtime. If you've just joined us, 2.5 minutes through it. Now here's Burke, defended by Douglas. And that one swishes right in. Burks has got 4 this quarter. The Warriors trailing. And here's Douglas. Thompson outside. Kicks it to Lee. Burks with the steal. To the inside. Hayward. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Needed those and got them. Terrific job at the line under pressure.
Here is Douglas. Lee sets a screen for Douglas. Rebounded by Hayward. Hayward's got rebound number 8 now from the night. Now here's Burke, covered by Bogut. Burks kicks to Favors. From 11 feet away, that misses off the backboard.
Boy, he had a good look at that one. You hate to miss that shot.
Iguodala's drive, and the rejection by Favors. Now here's Burke, covered by Bogut. Here's Hayward. It's rebounded by Golden State. Thompson's got his 4th rebound in this one, and he gets it to go. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Golden State's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Douglas off the pick from Lee. Douglas dishes to Lee. He feeds it to Douglas. In low to Bogut. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Burke, the pass to Burks. Feeds to Cantor. Hayward with the ball. Pass to Burke. The shot will not go. Good defense by Iguodala.
And they've got to score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste at all.
And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. So here's Burks, and there's the call on Klay Thompson. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Tough break there, Kevin, but frankly, they'd have a tough time coming back from this deficit anyhow.
Barnes, he's checked in for the Warriors. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that puts them up by 5. Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're down by 5. 20 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Here's Douglas. Lets it go from deep. Tries again. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Hayward. And that's an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
And the lead now pretty healthy after that trip to the line.
This definitely wasn't the way they envisioned overtime working out.
And again, no good by Golden State.
It's going to be a tough loss to swallow. They just didn't have much gas left in the tank once we got to overtime.
And so it's Utah with the win. Clark, what a game.
Yeah, they kept their cool, stayed with the game plan, and that's why they came out on top.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave,